Salud mi gente, your boys coming through once again. Before we continue with this video, do not forget to hit the like, comment, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed to the channel. For those who've been supporting the channel, I do appreciate it. Thank you very much. Today is a crazy ass story, man. It's something serious, something that a lot of people normalize, but it's not normal. It's not okay, man. So we have 11 gang members from Hoover Street, right? 11 who just got arrested, looking at federal charges for trafficking, for money laundering. And the crazy and cool thing about this is that this is normalized within black community when it has to do with gang members, right? It seems like they flex on this. Oh, I had these girls working under me. I was doing this. I was a pimp, whatever, you know. We see it on the No Jumper show, where people come over here with all kinds of rings, and they act like their shit doesn't smell, right? But when we see stories like this, man, you actually see it for what it is. And where these 11 gang members from Hoover Street were trafficking with young adults. But not only that, with children as well. These individuals used to use social media, right? Used to use music videos to recruit these young girls, right? So these young girls see the money. They thought they were gonna live that type of lifestyle with money, with clothes. But once they got over there, once these guys got a hold of these young girls, all they did was keep them under the influence of some type of substance and abuse them in all kinds of forms. Whatever you think, that's what they're doing. You know, they had them working on Figueroa Street. Like you guys know, that street is known for that. The crazy thing is that when I see those pictures with this supposedly gang members, right? Tough guys. And I see the money, how they flash that money. I just think, I can't help it but think what they were doing to children. How they were abusing them. How they got that money. How they had this kid who was 1-4 of age in this hotel working for 3 days, not knowing what's going on, under the influence, and getting paid because they were taking advantage of her and taking advantage of those sick people out on the streets. Then one used to get that money. Once they got that money, they used to flash it, take pictures with it, think it's cool, like it's a flex. It's not a flex. That's sick. Period. I always say this, man. If you want to be a gang member, if you're going to be tough in life, do your thing. Do your thing, because that's the only way you're going to learn. You know, all I can tell you is that nothing good is going to come out of that. You know, that's all I can say to you. At the end of the day, I do understand. I've been in your shoes, and I do understand that a lot of us don't listen. We like to make our own decisions in life. And trust me, that's the only way you're going to learn, you know, by throwing away your life, by wasting a lot of years of your life. You know, that's that. But then when we have individuals that are gang members, they push in that tough life. Life, right? They're throwing this persona in front of the camera and stuff like that. Like they're flashing there with the business and stuff like that. But the only people they victimize is girls who are defenseless, who don't have nobody to protect them, right? There's nothing extra about that. There's nothing G with it. You know, the crazy part about this is that those individuals, they're gonna go to prison. And guess what's gonna happen? Nothing. Nada. They're gonna be walking those yards like nothing. Why? Because that's normal within their gente, with their own people. You know, that's something I never have agreed with. I don't like that at all. And That's what they do, though. You know, they don't see nothing wrong with them. And what they call these young girls? Hood rats, right? I remember this one individual, older individual, man. One time he said in his videos, when he barely popped up, right? He was calling, oh, I remember, yeah. It has to do with the marvelous situation, right? With the young girl, right? Then this older individual made a video about it, about the situation, and where he was trying to justify what had happened, right? Calling this young girl a hood rat. I made a video of it. I mean, how this 50-year-old man is gonna call this girl who's not even of age a hood rat, you know? Like, it didn't sit well with me. I still remember an individual, they just popped in my comment section last week, who justified what this older individual said, you know? And it's just objectifying children. Just because the kid don't know what she wants in life, she might be lost for whatever the reason might be. It doesn't mean that we have to objectify them. It doesn't mean that we have to call them a hood rat just to make our actions or desires, I mean, just to justify them, you know? It's not okay. It's not okay. And that's what's going to happen in this case, right? They're like, oh, that was just a bunch of hood rats. You just took advantage of them. We put them to work. We got some money. That was it. The feds hit us. That's why we were here, you know? And nothing's going to happen to them. They're going to be walking on the streets. But this is just reality, man. How certain gangs prey on children. They know that there are sick people out on the streets who seek these kids, right? And they're going to offer them for the right price of money, or even for cheap. You know what I mean? They just want the fast money. And they're willing to victimize whoever the case might be. I mean, whether it's a young adult or it's a children. They don't care about that. You know? As long as it does not happen to their family members, they're okay. But let's not forget that that's somebody else's family member. That's one thing I never understood, man, about those gangs. That they're okay with that, you know? I'm pretty sure that a lot of people can't relate to me, and we're not okay with this. But it is part of certain cultures. That's what they do. That's what they take pride on. And ain't nobody gonna do nothing about it, right? But it's just to bring awareness that it's not okay. And these individuals deserve to spend the rest of their lives in prison, which they're not. They're not. Most likely 10 years, 20 years the most. They're not. And the funny thing about this is that people in those places are going to allow these people to walk freely, get in their canteen, but like nothing. That's what actually affects me. That's what irritates me a little bit, you know? How they're going to let individuals like this walk freely because they're being protected by their own people, because that's what's going to happen. And all I can say to the parents out there, especially the young parents who have kids but still want to hang around with their friends, they still want to go out there and party. And what they do, they leave the kid with the mom, with the sibling. Don't do that, man. I do understand. First of all, you have to understand that when somebody got pregnant, made a decision. So this decision came this beautiful kid. So now as a parent, it's your responsibility to guide this kid through life. Show him what's right, what is wrong. Because if you don't do that, trust me, somebody's going to come and eventually misguide these children, use them for whatever the case might be. Always be present in the life of your kid. If not, it's going to be all bad. So with this being said, stay safe. To next video.